Hi, Dr. Lowe. This is Francisca Opoku, and this is my AAC Project 2 communication book presentation. I have Mr. Louis Moyer. He is a 70-year-old grandfather, friend, fisherman, and a retired military. He suffered a CVA 6 years ago, and because of that he has Broca's aphasia. So I came up with this communication book for him. He uses a wheelchair to just walk around or travel around. So I actually got a bag for him to put the book in. And hang the whole thing on his wheelchair, at the back of his wheelchair, to make it easy for him to just travel with, or just easy for him to go wherever he wants with. So here is the book, and the communication book has tabs, and the tabs indicates it makes it easy for him to identify the topics or the theme that he wants to communicate or talk about. So the first section is the introduction part. And this is Mr. Meyer. I modified, or I changed his background a little bit. I hope you don't mind. So I said that he was originally born in Ghana, but then he went to Ireland when he was 15 years old before he came to the United States. He served in the Ghanaian military before he actually became an army person here in the United States. And it gives him a brief background of himself, and about his wife who died in 1996, and also about his family, his sons and grandchildren, and how he needs some help to communicate, so that his communication partners can also take some time, understand him, and give him time to talk. So this part here also gives a brief background about him, and it's about things that you must know about him, and it gives his name and his address and some specific things that are related to him. He actually prefers to be called Mo at home or in a casual way when he's with his friends, compared to Louis Moyer. So this part also gives a brief background of his medical, just the kind of medical services he receives, like physical therapy and occupational therapy, speech therapy, which he's received before, and also his religious background and other things related to his health. They are all here. Over here is his medication. He has diabetes, and he also had a stroke, and he has high BP. So these are the medications that he's currently on for those things. And these are his emergency contacts, and that's the tab here. And these are his 3 sons, the first contact, second one, third one, and then his daughters. He has 2 daughters-in-law. So, and these are his grandchildren. So he likes to talk to his grandchildren, and he also likes talking to his friends about his whole family and his grandchildren. So I thought this would be a good introduction about him, or about his grandchildren too. Over here is myself, and for the communication part, I actually used the Fitzgerald key. And I color-coded it based on the comments he would make, and the comments are in yellow, and the green ones are the questions he will ask, and then the blue ones are the answers that he would give. So in talking about myself, for the comments, like when he's maybe asked someone questions like, tell me about your family, when is your birthday, and things like that, he would say something like interesting story, just to show that he's engaging in the communication, and something like wow, or say I don't know, I agree with you. Those are some of the comments. And then, where are you from? Those are some questions he would ask. Do you know anyone in the military? He likes talking about the military because he's served in the military for about 40 years of his life. And then some answers. He is from Ghana, so I'm from Ghana. I was married for 44 years. My name is Mo, which he prefers to be referred as instead of Louise Meyer. I am 70 years old. My birthday is May 12th, and I have 3 sons. I like fishing. I am a retired military. And one thing that you would notice too is that I added, or I increased the border on every picture or each of these boxes, and that's because of his visual fields. Like he doesn't have he uses glasses, and he needs that enhanced visual perception. So I decided to increase those borders to make it easier for him to see or easily locate the pictures that he wants, or the keys that he wants to use for communication. This part to myself continues here, and with the same Fitzgerald key coding, color coding, and that's the yellow. Something like, you are not kidding. Oh, I see. That's nice. Must have been hard for you. Those are some comments he would make. Some of the questions that he would continue to ask people are, do you see your children often? Tell me about places you've traveled to, because he likes traveling too. That's something that I decided to add just because of his military background. I thought that he had traveled. Since he's from Ghana, he's been to Ireland and then to the United States. He likes to travel, and he's been to many places, so he likes talking about those. Alright, now it says that over here, 2 of my boys live a few miles away. I immigrated to the US when I was 15. I lived in Long Island for years. I have 4 grandchildren. I moved to South Florida in 1958. Sorry about that. Now, over here are some of the core vocabularies. He doesn't talk much. He usually uses 2-syllable words or 1 words. Just 1 words. However, here are some core vocabulary that he uses, and some of them, it also says that he uses some swear words, so I included some swear words in here. So excuse my language if I say some of these out loud. So something like eat, go, stop, run, he, she, they, them, give, fine, all right, actually, shit, sorry, damn it, hell, and bullshit are some of the things that he would say. And over here are some common phrases that he uses. For the love of Pete, I believe. That's not how it goes when he feels like he has to argue. I remember when your father was young, when he's talking to his grandchildren and stuff like that. These are some of the phrases that he would use. He's also a storyteller, so I thought that it would be neat to add something like the phrase once upon a time. Do you remember when? Or let me tell you a story, and things like that, just as a story starter. And also, here are some more just when he wants to talk about his body, or let's say he goes to the hospital and he wants to identify some parts of the body that hurts And these are some of the pictures that he would use to show which part of his body hurts and stuff like that. And comments like, can you look at, take me to the doctor's office, I have things like that. Does your body hurt? If he wants to ask someone. And over here also continues with the key, and when he's expressing his feelings, something like, I feel dizzy, proud, I love you, hurt, I feel disappointed, I feel bad about it, and confused. And those are some of them. Yes, no, yes, I really need help, thank you, tell me how you feel, and things like that. Now these are some of the comments, questions, and responses he would give in his home, and that is under my home tab, my home tab. And this is in the bedroom. So the bedroom, we have different bedroom pictures to for him to easily label some of the things that he wants to talk about, and also ask questions like, did you clean the bedroom? What should I wear? Where did I put my shoes? And things like that. And these are some of the comments that he would use with his home aide, because a home aide visits him on a daily basis, and he sees his sons, 2 of his sons, and his grandchildren 2 to 3 times a week. So these are some of the comments that he would use in the bedroom, like, yes, I'm comfortable, no, leave the lights on, yes, turn the light off. And do you need help finding anything? Moving on is the bathroom. And these are some of the comments that he would use in the bathroom at his house. Thank you, I'm done. Test water temperature. I need to take a shower. And these are with his ADLs. My glasses are in the bathroom. He wears glasses and all of that. And this might be very appropriate when he's using it with his home aide. And then in the kitchen, he likes to cook, and he likes different kinds of foods, especially since he is African American. He likes Ghanaian food. He also likes some African foods, and he likes some snacks. Look in the fridge and grab me some, let's say, Ghanaian food or American food or some snack, or warm it in the microwave. Would you like to cook something? Or where is the oh yeah, that tastes good. Oh, that's good. And no, that's not good. So those are some of the comments that he would use in the kitchen at his house too. Moving on, since Mr. Meyer likes to travel a lot, and since he's been through, traveled to many places, here are some of the pictures, and with the storytelling, here are some of the things that he would, or places he would like to talk about. Ghana, South Africa, Ireland, Iceland, Spain, Germany, Japan, Vietnam, and then Alaska, Washington, here in the United States, and the Caribbean. He's been on a cruise tour to Israel, Britain, Netherlands, and other places. And here are places he goes to, like if he wants to talk. That's Mr. Meyer's son, his first son. So places he goes to, the hospital, Chili's, IHOP, McDonald's, Walmart for grocery shopping, to the library, FedEx, and the zoo if he wants to take his grandchildren out, to the park, to the movies. Church is also important to him. So, and now let's talk about social events. So at the clubhouse, it's a place that he really would like to go and hang out. However, he feels limited because of his Broca's aphasia. However, with the book, he is able to use it a lot, or he will be able to use it. So here are some comments, some questions. Hey, can I look at your newspaper? Do you want to play cards? Lost the game, or I lost the game. I'm going to the restroom. I'll watch some sports. He really likes sports. True story, I remember, or no, I wasn't there. So here are some comments, some questions, answers, sorry, responses, questions and comments he will make. Favorite games, he likes shuffleboard, he also likes bingo. So here are some questions and comments he would make about shuffleboard, comments and questions he will make about bingo, and answer to a question about those two games. Alright, so some of the comments for bingo would be, I have bingo number, and here are the numbers. I have a diagonal bingo, or I'm the winner, you win. I have 15 points, and that will be for the shuffleboard game. And let's begin. Pick a color of pucks and things like that. Mr. Moyer is also like, Mr. Moyer used to be a fisherman, or Mo used to be a fisherman, and he used to own his own fishing store. And so here are some items that he can talk to his fishing buddies when they come to visit him. And so the title here is I love fishing, and actually for the tab here is about my passion. So fishing is one of his passions. And these are like the fishing store, fishing rods, the reeds, canoes, saltwater fishing, bow fishing, fishing boots, and ice fishing and stuff like that. So this will be a good tool or a good page for him to refer to when he's telling his fishing stories and things like that. Over here is about Ghana. As he's a storyteller, he also likes to reminisce and also teach his grandchildren about the culture, the Ghanaian culture and the African culture as a whole. So here are some things that he can discuss with his family about Ghana. Like Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, he was the first president of Ghana, and he actually led Ghana to its independence in 1957. So Ghanaian education, universities, agriculture, cocoa, which is one of the main exports of Ghana, and some of Ghanaian fabrics and the way that traditional wear, the way Ghanaians dress, foods, dance, and symbols and things like that. So he is also an Anglophile. I hope I said it right. And he loves everything about Britain. So here are some topics, and he's been to London and Britain before through his traveling. So alright, so Mo is also an Anglophile. I hope I said it right. And he loves everything about the English culture. So here are some things that he can use for his storytelling, since especially he's traveled to London or Britain before. So British, the British flag, Buckingham Palace, Queen Elizabeth, Princess Diana, Prince William, Prince Charles, and Harry, the British Army, London Bridge, and things like that. William Shakespeare, he is one of his favorite authors, and Jane Austen, and the food, fish and chips, and some of the other cultures, British cultures. He also likes PBS because PBS showcases, or they show a lot of British shows, like the Great British Baking Show, which recently ended. Yeah, he really likes that show too. And so here are some of the British colonies from years ago, you know, before these colonies gained independence from Britain. He likes Elton John, Phil Collins, the Beatles, Mick Jagger, and the British Isles. And these are all some things that he likes to talk about when he's hanging out with his friends and his grandchildren. And I also got some visual scenes for him to talk about, especially from his scrapbook. Added them here in his communication book. So here is a this would be a good just topic of discussion about fishing. Another one here is about another fishing reel picture that I got from a magazine or from his scrapbook. And over here is a military picture that he likes to talk about, you know, just reminisce about when he used to be in the military. And over here too, he used to be a paratrooper when he was in the army in World War II. So that's the picture of him from a long time ago when he was jumping out of a plane for one of his missions. So he likes to talk about that too, you know. And here is an alphabet board that he can use to spell his own words, some words that he already knows, because he is not that good with novel words. So, or if he wants someone to help him out to spell some of the words, then he can say something like, the word starts with an R, you know, and maybe the person will write it out, and E, A, D, and Y, ready, things like that. Would you like to write it down? Or I'd like to ask you something, you know, yes, no. So these are some of the prompts for him to use to help with his spelling. And I included a weekly calendar for him, and over here this will help him just keep on track with things he has to do during the day, or if he has any appointments. And this is a monthly calendar that he uses to also keep track of his monthly appointments or engagements, whatever he has. And over here I also have a board, a writing board, since he likes to write but not like new words. Here's a board that he can use to write some words that he maybe already know, like my name is Mo, and erase it. And that's my communication book. I hope you like it, Dr. Lowe. Thank you so much. This was a fun project. Bye.
Peace out.